Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Connor Knowles, and this is the Nerdic Gods Podcast, episode 161. Joining me, as always, Daniel Neverly.
What's up, gamers? What's going on?
What's up, Daniel? How you doing?
I'm okay.
You got anything funny you want to talk about?
No, but I
Talk
got
about
some chai
feet?
tea.
Got some chai tea? Ooh,
Yeah. I don't know if you
cool.
ever have
What does that say? Vanilla chai?
Yeah, that's just normal kind of chai flavor.
Big tea drinker, are you?
Yeah. I like peach tea a lot.
Peach tea,
It's a
huh?
go-to for me. I don't drink a lot of like soda. Usually
No.
I have like a glass of peach tea maybe, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I've never been a big soda guy either.
I like a nice Coke, but I just don't drink a lot of soda.
Yeah, if I'm like going to McDonald's, you got to get a Coke, right?
McDonald's or the movie theater. That's kind
Yeah.
of where or like out to dinner maybe I'll have a Coke or something, but
Movie theater, I exclusively drink Code Red Mountain Dew, and I will only have it there.
I mean, if you have your little thing, that's fair.
Yeah.
Have I told you my uh my story of what happened at theaters? So used to go to this big Regal that we have over here all the time. Regal did a big deal with Pepsi, and now they only serve Pepsi.
Oof.
Nobody wants a Pepsi at a movie.
Oof.
And guess what I did? Guess what I did? I'm going to the AMC.
Went to a different movie
Yeah,
theater.
going to
Yeah.
AMC that has
Yeah.
Coke. Okay, get
That's
out
what
of
you
here.
get. What are they called? Regal?
The Regal Theater. It's
Regal
usually you
Theater,
get
okay.
Regals or AMCs.
Okay,
Regal is another
gotcha.
really big
Regal
one.
must be a regional thing.
I think so, but like we have both here, so it's
We have Marcus Cinema here.
Okay, we have like Cinemark, which is a little bit smaller, but mostly
I
it's
think there's a
AMC too.
Cinemark around here too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's another smaller company, but it's like I'm going to AMC. I don't care about. I'm not having a Pepsi.
There's only one AMC in the Milwaukee area, like in the entire Milwaukee area. Yeah, I think that's the only one in Wisconsin.
Interesting.
I went there to see Force Awakens. Shit movie theater. That was the only time I ever been there.
Yeah. I want to ask you something. How was Psych Odyssey? And how far
it's
are you?
going well. I'm on the second Amnesia fortnight still, and that's
okay. That's a big one.
Yeah, it's like a
one.
2.5 long hour movie.
It's a movie.
So it's just I've been working my way through that this entire week actually. So it's
sweet.
I'm closing in on the end. I think there's only 5 episodes after that, something like that. Yeah,
you're getting towards the end.
Yeah, but very much enjoying it actually. It's just a really interesting documentary, man. Like if you're interested in how games are made or just games in general, I'd recommend watching it because it's really insightful and you just get a lot of shit I wouldn't even have thought of when it goes into making games, right?
Yeah. What did you think about like a lot of the drama? I'll put it in drama. I mean, it is drama, I guess. It's dramatic, but it's not like
it's
like,
funny because I wish they went in deeper to some of those. It was so a very important figure there got fired in the company. The co-director on Psychonauts 2. I guess you could just look all this up, so it's not that much of a spoiler. But he got fired, and I was kind of a little taken back by that, because it didn't seem that bad. Like you knew there was tension between him and the other workers.
Is when it starts.
Yeah, it starts there, but like it just didn't. There was no like boiling point. You know what I mean? That they at least showed in that episode. I'm sure it happened off camera, but there was no like big blowout. Like, hey, this guy's got to fucking go because he's causing trouble in the studio. I'm sure there was. They just didn't show that.
I've seen a lot of things of talk around the doc and stuff, and like they can only film what they can film, right? But apparently there were some like Zach, I'll just say his name, Zach. There was like some screaming matches, like some yelling and stuff, and like it just wasn't filmed and things like that. And like the doc guys can only do what they have. They can't,
So well, I'm sure you wouldn't want them filming all that stuff anyways. Probably make the employees uncomfortable and stuff like that. But it's just, I just wish we saw it because it was just from the outside and watching the documentary. It seemed like he was the one like really getting shit done, and it just seemed like he was a very important figure there at that moment. Like it was really like you need a guy like that to keep the creatives on track and get this game out eventually, right?
Yeah, I mean. Because I finished it. Looking now, I don't think the issue was it was solely on Zach. I think he was a lot of the problem, but I think a lot of the issue was coming into too many cooks in the kitchen and too many people wanting their creative like freedom and having their creative say in the game instead of like. Which I want everyone as well to have that, but at some point somebody has to make a decision, and that's it. We
Sure.
can't. Everyone can't have a say all the time.
And it seems like maybe they should have left that for the producers, right? It kind of seems like that's what the producers are there for. So maybe Zach should have just, again, I don't want to talk too much. We're spending hours with these people when they were there living that for years. You know what I
6
mean?
years, yeah.
So yeah, it's impossible for someone just watching the documentary to really say. So I don't know, but yeah, I mean, man, it seems very much like the people want to be led by Tim, right? Like
Yeah.
it seemed like you get hired there with the idea that you're making a game with Tim, right? And it seemed like he was very hands off, except for the writing part of Psychonauts 2 for a long time. And now it seems like the employees are much happier that he's the full creative director in it.
Yeah, for sure. And he says that in the beginning that he
Mhm.
wanted to try a different director and see how that works and stuff. And clearly, it was a big strain on all of them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, very interesting documentary. I hope they make
I'm
another one
glad.
with whatever their next game is.
Yeah, I'm glad you're watching it. Like they have said they want to keep doing more things, and they're within Psychonauts, so maybe they'll do maybe smaller docs. Like think how much time this took for them to do. It's like it
Yeah.
took so
Well, I
long.
mean,
I
it's
don't.
years. I mean, this
How would
documentary
they?
started 2015.
Yeah.
That's like in the
Um.
first episode. So it's just, and didn't come out till 2020. I mean, that's 8 years, man. Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's it's a long time. So
Yeah, it's a very
it's
long
like I don't,
time.
maybe they'll do another long one. I would assume
They'll
shorter
certainly
ones.
put out another Amnesia Fortnite
Yes,
doc
for
or
sure.
movie, whatever you want to call them. Like
What
we're
if they do one
definitely
this
gonna get.
year?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, they probably already did one within, because when is this one? This one is in 2019, so they've probably already done
Yeah.
one. They could have done two by now.
Yeah, they don't do it every year, I don't think.
No,
But
yeah, but I mean, it's been a long enough time, right?
you're right, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised to get another one of those
Hey,
pretty quickly.
give me another Amnesia Fortnite. Yeah,
Yeah, those are really
I love seeing
fun.
the creative ideas and like
Yeah, I guess we should
people just.
explain what that is. It's like
Oh, sure.
the developers Double Fine, they take 2 weeks off from whatever game they're making currently, and they split off into different teams, and each of the teams makes their own smaller type game, more of a concept of a game, but you make the game within 2 weeks, and then you guys all sit around and play it, and it's
Yeah,
just a very
super
cool
cool.
thing. Yeah.
What a awesome idea.
Yeah,
Really is.
definitely. But yeah, I'd love to see another documentary of those. Really, what I really want after watching this is like I want different types of studios now. I want to see like
Sure.
what these, like, give me like a really small indie developer. I know Double Fine's pretty small, but like give me an even smaller team, or give me like a giant team. Give me like Infinity Ward or something, like a documentary on those guys. You know, like them making a Call of Duty game, like one whole Call of Duty game. You know, that'd be fucking awesome to get insight into that.
Yeah, it's just it's really the level of like how intimate can you be
Hmm.
in a studio like that, and like it's a big studio with like a lot of like legal stuff and things how much can you do? The thing that makes Double Fine so special is it's all Tim, and
Yeah.
he owns it. He could just say do whatever you
I
want,
mean, they're a
and
very
he gets.
tight group too. You know, you can see
Yeah.
that just watching the documentary. Like they're all on one floor, they're all talking to each other, they all know each other. I mean, don't get me wrong, they split off into groups here and there and do their own thing, but like they are a very tight group. I would just love to see like a giant studio with like multiple different floors and
Just
thousands of
different.
people and
Yeah, the
stuff. Yeah.
programmers don't talk to the artists. They
Yeah,
just don't.
exactly. They
It's
talk about
separate.
stuff like that in the Double Fine documentary, like people that have come from other places. I think one of the girls came from Gearbox, and she was talking
Yeah,
about,
Amy.
yeah, she was talking about just how different the culture was there and stuff like that. And it's like, man, I'd love to see all that.
Yeah, crazy,
Yeah.
crazy, crazy.
Well, Daniel, it's been another busy week in the world of video games.
It has. It has.
Not the busiest, a little slow, but some big stuff happened. First up, the highly anticipated Bethesda Game Studios game Starfield has finally received a release date of September 6th, 2023, and a Starfield Direct will take place on June 11th. This is the same day as the Xbox Showcase, but the two shows will be separate, probably one after the other. We're not sure exactly the order it's going to go there yet.
I think it said it's. I think Xbox already said. I think they said it's following the main.
Is it following?
Showcase.
That would make
Yes.
more sense, I think. So hopefully it is that. But yeah, very cool. Got a release date. Here it is. Got a little bit of a trailer with a. I love how they put Todd talking at the
He's
end of
just
that
standing
trailer.
in the studio, just
It's like
talking.
that's how you needed to give everyone this news. It's like, yeah, there's a delay, but here's Todd. You're like, okay, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in.
it's funny that you even said the word delay. Like yes, it is technically a delay because they said, June to June, it'll be out within 12 months or whatever. It just feels weird to call it a delay because there's not been another date since that original date.
Sure. Yeah.
So like, yeah, I've seen so many like, outlets calling it delay, Starfield delayed, which I guess is true. It just feels weird to call it a delay for me.
I guess, I mean, without even speaking on the game itself and the date and stuff like that, Xbox just should have never said that, right?
Sure.
The June to June thing, it was dumb. I guarantee they'll never say that again, or any company for that matter will say something like that again, just because this stuff's bound to happen, right? More than likely, Forza is also getting delayed out of the first half, so it's just, you're
Maybe.
getting two of them. The rumors are Forza's Q3 this year now, so it's like, two of the biggest games at that showcase aren't going to make that 12-month period. So you should have just never said that.
With the other announcement that we'll get to later, maybe they could just fit it into May now.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be a good idea, I guess, end of May. But yeah, we'll get to that later. But Starfield, here it is, September 6th, 2023. I've been watching a lot of Mr. Matty Plays this year, so it's just he's been keeping me up to date with everything. He's got inside sources over at Bethesda Game Studios, and so I've just kind of been on. He's pretty much just said, don't listen to any fucking rumors about this date because they're just all over the place. There's been stuff for April, June, all the way to November and stuff. So it's been ridiculous to get to this point, but I'm just happy we actually have a release date now. And it being September, I'm completely fine with that.
Sounds like a good date to me.
June was scaring the shit out of me, man, because it was like June is just packed right now. Street Fighter, Diablo, Final Fantasy. It's like I did not want it coming out in June. No. I didn't want it coming out anywhere near there, so I'm very happy with this date.
Yeah, this kind of kicks off the fall season and into the holidays. Like this is kind of the Starfield comes out, now we're off to the races in the holidays and whatever other games are coming out. Yeah, good date. It kind of plants its flag in September. I don't know.
100%.
I'd be pretty worried to put out another big game close to it. Maybe at the end of September would be the earliest.
Yeah, I think you go. I know I saw a couple people theorizing Spider-Man 2 is going to go around there, and it's like, well, they just planted their flag there. Why Spider-Man 2 could just go 2 weeks after at the very least,
or in July.
I mean? Yeah, yeah. I mean, they said fall, so it's just.
I guess they said fall.
Yeah,
so.
but regardless, it's like they planted their flag early September. Just don't go around there then.
Go in October.
Yeah, go in October. Go whenever. Just you could go end of September. It doesn't really matter. Like you don't have to go right on top of that. I just saw some people theorizing about that. It was just same day. Like why would they do that? You know,
like, people are stupid.
Like why would anyone even think that? But yeah, September. Obviously, delayed out of the June window again. I'm completely fine with it. This is a giant game, and we know they're in a polishing period, and it's like take as long as you need to polish this game and make it as good as possible before we actually get our hands on it.
There's too many games.
Yeah,
keep delaying your game. I don't care. It really doesn't bother me. Like I will get to it and play it when it comes out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
And I'm sure Xbox wanted them to come out in that 12-month period. I'm sure Phil was trying to see what he could do. But when it came down to it, if they needed more time to polish, I'm sure they were just like, yeah, whatever, take all the time you need. I'm sure they could have delayed it all the way to the November date that Bethesda typically likes, that second week in November. I'm sure they could have done that, but they were probably just like, hey, it's going to be ready by then, by early September, so let's just put it out then.
Yeah. Do you still think, I know this is a different game, but do you think a Hellblade still potentially for the fall?
That'd be the question, right? It's
November maybe now?
Yeah, how does Xbox kind of want to line this up? So I would think, I mean, you could put out Hellblade in October, November. October is actually a very good time for a game like that.
I think it is too.
Yeah, so
end of October maybe.
Yeah, and then November is actually a great time for that too. Early December. I mean, there's still time to play with there for Hellblade being this year. And I don't think one has to do with the other, right? Obviously, they're being developed by completely different studios, so it's just... And I also don't think Xbox cares too much. We just saw them, maybe not just, but recently they put out Halo and Forza right on top of each other. And it didn't really...
after the other?
It didn't really affect those games that drastically, so it doesn't really matter to them. So you could easily do Starfield September, Hellblade November. I don't think it matters too much, right?
Yeah, I'm with you for sure. I think that even just one big game a month, I think is pretty fine to me. Like they want to have a regular cadence of releases. So and the fall is usually pretty busy. So I don't know, maybe they kind of want to start competing in the fall.
Yeah, definitely. I think just getting back to the date, I think it does give me a little bit more promise with this early September date. Because like I said, I'm sure they could have gone all the way to November if they wanted. Like I think Xbox would have gave them like a line there, like, hey, it's got to get out this year, but you could go all the way to November if you wanted, even December if you wanted to. So I think that does give me a little bit of promise that like, no, we'll be ready in September, you know, like we don't need to delay it all the way to November. So I think the game's probably gonna end up being in good shape by the time we actually get our hands on it.
Yeah, I'm sure Todd seems pretty confident. So
Yeah.
I have confidence in Todd generally. So I think if he thinks September, then I think that's good. My question now is, I mean, this is all hypothetical. Is this telling me that Starfield is not going to have a trailer at the showcase on the same day? Or are they just going to save everything for their own thing?
Yeah, I think they'll kind of. I know I just said they're separate, but like I think they'll kind of combine them more than we think. Like, hey, and now the Starfield Direct is starting, so it's like it'll just roll right into it. So you don't really need to have a trailer at the Xbox thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe they could have like a short trailer, cinematic trailer, and that's it. And then
Yeah,
all the gameplay, maybe.
sure, you could do that too.
Because I mean, they're going to have some big hitters, I think, in this holiday showcase for them. Because like, yeah, this is mostly a Starfield announcement, but it is also, I'm pretty sure, a confirmation of their showcase date as well. Kind of
Did we not have that before? I'm not even sure.
I don't think it was an exact date. I could be wrong, but I know that they said it's a similar time frame. But this is the first actual date I've seen. So, yeah, they're gonna have to have some heavy hitters. Like this is where they could say Hellblade, boom, show it again, date, November or whatever, or even next year. They could do Avowed. Like there's a lot of games that they have that they could be showing. So
I think those are the two too, right? Like I think,
yeah.
Especially with them, with Starfield not being there now, they do have a lot of time to fill out. So I think now we bring out the heavy hitters that are closer to being released. Yeah, exactly. Fable, Avowed, Hellblade. I think those are the ones probably closest up. So I think we'll get good looks at those. I'm certainly expecting Avowed. I think that's got to be early next year, if not sooner. So I
think all three of those are probably next year. I assume Fable would be the one I'd question.
Yeah, Fable would be the one I question too, and then Hellblade I still think is this year, but
yes.
Yeah, I do. Within the next 18 months, I think all these games will be out. So it's time to show these, right? Avowed, Fable, Hellblade. Yeah,
and they could have
get good gameplay looks at those. I would love if they modeled it after I think it was the 2008 E3. I don't know if you remember this one, but they just did like 5 games, and I can't remember if there was like stuff in between or not. Obviously, it was years ago, but it was just deep looks into all those. Like, here's a good gameplay chunk, and it was like Gears 2, Fallout 3. I think it was Fable 2 was there and stuff like that, and it was just like the developers came out, the head guys there, they came out and they played it for a little bit, talked over them, and it was just like a really good showing. I would love something like that again.
Yeah, I wonder. It's interesting. So their past 2 showcases have been pretty different. Their first one 2 years ago was pretty cinematic trailers and stuff. And I remember we really liked that one. That was technically at E3 in 2021. And then last year's, they kind of took the feedback saying they want more gameplay. So they introduced a lot more gameplay into their showcase in 2022. So I'm wondering, what kind of, it seems like they are receiving a lot of feedback with their big showcase. So I'm wondering how it's going to change format wise, I would like a mix, like show me gameplay, but I'm cool with a cinematic, especially if it's the first time we see something.
Sure.
I'm cool with you showing me some cool cinematic or something, but give a balance there,
I think I just mean like for their first party games, the ones we know that are closer, let's get a good deep dive into those games. You know what I mean? And then like, obviously third parties and stuff like that. You want to reveal something there, cool. Just do a cinematic. That's fine with me.
Here's a one. What about Project Mara? Where's that thing at?
Oh yeah, this is the other Ninja Theory game, right? I'd imagine they'd want to get Hellblade out the door first, right?
Sure. Yeah, I know the other one's like a small project, but yeah, I'd like to know about it.
Yeah, I'd like that too. Another one I'm thinking of, Contraband, the Avalanche game that's teaming up with Microsoft to make this, or Microsoft's publishing it. Where's that at? That's got to be somewhat close to done. I know they haven't put out a game in quite a while, so I could even see that being this year, right?
That's probably next year.
Sure, but like I could just see, like, I don't know, maybe they're like, hey, it's also coming out this fall or something. Coalition
August
just said, I mean,
Coalition.
They're definitely up to something. A lot of rumors that they dropped a couple projects and now they're full on board with Gears 6. So We'll see if that ends up being
Yeah.
true.
Normally they were pumping games out relatively on the quicker side, so it's already been this would be 4 years without a game
Yeah,
this year. So
this is the longest
um,
gap between Gears games for them. I know they've only
yeah,
done 2, so
yeah.
uh, Rare Everwild, where's that at? You
Where's
know,
Rare?
yeah,
Yeah.
that could be floating out
I know
there.
they're just about to put out a DLC
Even
or
Double
something.
Fine themselves. Wouldn't be
Double
surprised to
Fine?
see their
Yeah.
next game there. I mean, unless obviously Psychonauts 2 was their biggest game they've ever done. They've typically done smaller type games, so I wouldn't be surprised to see one of those pop up.
Yeah, the only other two that I'm thinking of too is the what's the name? In Exile with their RPG they're making.
Mm,
Where's that at?
that's a good call. Yeah,
It's been a couple years since Wasteland 3.
yeah.
And then the what is the studio that did We Happy Few?
Oh god, I always forget their name.
Yeah, I just
Those
blanked on their
guys, though,
name.
I did too.
But that team, they're supposed to be making a game. It's been years. 2018, I think, or 2019 for We Happy
Yeah,
Few.
that was a long time ago, man. I remember playing that forever ago. Checking that out.
Yeah, so like they've been cooking on a game. We don't know anything about their game.
I think
So
we just know it's first person again, right? Something like that.
it's supposed to be like maybe more narrative driven as
Or
well
narrative,
again.
something like that.
So
Compulsion games. Yeah, there you
compulsion.
go.
Thank you. Thank you. Compulsion. Yeah, what's compulsion doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah, so I mean, obviously we've just been talking about it for the last 10 minutes. Like Xbox got a lot on their plate, man. They got a lot to show, so I'm expecting a good showing here.
Oh, and the big elephant in the room you can see right here behind me. The big elephant in the room. The Activision Blizzard King.
But where is it? Where is it? Is it done? Well, I don't know if that's something they announce at
I'm just
E3,
throwing it
but
out. I'm
maybe.
just throwing it
Yeah.
out there because they could say, "Hey, this is the if it when it goes through and all that, they could be like, hey, now here's this big dump of games."
That'd be a pop right there.
Wouldn't that be a
If they
pop?
could do
Yeah,
that, like that'd be something if they could get that done.
yeah.
That's still what I'm
Just
waiting
just
for,
throwing
man.
it
I
out
just
there.
want all those Activision Blizzard games on there.
Yeah,
That'll be great. That'll
I
be
like
a
to play
great
Diablo
day.
too. You know.
Yeah, exactly. Just give me all that shit. That'll be fun. All right, Daniel. Well, Starfield, September 6th. Very happy with the date, so we'll see.
Good day.
We will see.
Yeah, get away from June.
Here's my thing, dude. Labor Day is that Monday, and this is a Wednesday, so I'm already off that Monday, and I'm just like, okay, am I just taking the whole week off here? You know?
Oh snap!
Or will I be an asshole and go in Tuesday, right? And then I'm like, okay, peace, guys. I'm out the rest of the week.
Take the Wednesday off.
Yeah, take the Wednesday. Take the rest of that week off. That'd be fun.
I got some family coming in. I got to take the week off.
Yeah,
I'm
I gotta
sorry.
take the rest of the week off. I'm just so happy it's not June 30th because that was what I was thinking it was for the last few weeks. I was like, okay,
What is June 30th?
that's a Friday, and that's like, I just figured if they're gonna get it out in that 12-month period,
Oh,
that'll
okay.
be the day, right? And I was like, oh god, it's gonna come out right on top of Final Fantasy, and like, not that Starfield wouldn't have been the big dog in June, right? I think they would have even with Diablo, Street Fighter, and Final Fantasy. I think Starfield probably the biggest game out of those. Maybe
The
Diablo.
only one I would say Diablo is because Diablo is, well, I guess Street Fighter is also everywhere. It's that it's everywhere. Like Final Fantasy is not, which sucks for that game. I think it should be. It would sell more. Same with Starfield. It kind of sucks that the PlayStation fans are not going to get any more Bethesda games. Like that would sell more, even though Bethesda's huge. But Diablo is everywhere, and Street Fighter is probably going to be the worst selling one, even though it's going to sell very well.
It's
But
just
Diablo,
you just don't want to share that limelight, I think,
no,
either,
there's
right?
too much.
Like,
Too
yeah,
much.
you do not want to share that across all of games media when they're all talking about Diablo, Street Fighter, and Final Fantasy. That's already too much. You add Starfield
Yeah,
on top of that, it's like, okay, one of you's gonna get lost in the weeds there, and it's just, and
for
that'd be
sure.
really unfortunate because those are 3 giant games.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm very, very happy.
those are all Game of the Year contenders.
Only thing I'm disappointed by is I just said last week I want to play Baldur's Gate 3. And now it's like, nope, sorry.
Was that in August?
That's August 31st, so it's like 6 days before this.
Oh
It's like,
no, RPG fans are eating though.
yeah, they are eating, but I'm not starting a giant RPG the week before Starfield comes out. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I do want to play Baldur's Gate 3 though. You're right.
I do too. Yeah, it's just
Game looks
bad
good.
timing now with that release date. So, but whatever. I am liking the cadence. I know we're sticking on this, but I'm liking the cadence of games this year. Like at least for me, they're being timed out really well, right? Like I got Octopath Traveler 2 right now. Later this month, get RE4. Next month, Jedi Survivor. Month after that, Breath of the Wild. Month after that,
So Redfall.
oh yeah, Redfall is there too as well. But I can kind of just like bounce back and forth with that one, so
True.
I'm not too worried about it. Then June, I'm
June's
only
just a
looking.
mess.
June is a mess, but fortunately for me, I'm not gonna play Diablo, so it's like I just got Street Fighter
Okay.
and Final Fantasy. We just need a July thing, I guess.
Spidey, where you at?
Yeah, get in there. Nah, hopefully some indies come through July because I feel like this year is
We're
lacking
getting
indies.
some.
Yeah, I know we're getting like Goodbye Volcano High and a couple others that they showed at that state of
That
play.
Benedict Fox game.
Yeah, that's in April. That's
That looks
true.
good.
That will be good.
Thea looks pretty good.
Yeah, where's Oxenfree 2?
Where's Oxenfree
Put that out in
2?
July. Let's go.
Yeah, where's Hollow Knight?
Hollow Knight, yeah, Silksong, yeah. That's another one that might not make that 12-month period. I think
Yeah, they did
probably
say that.
could though. Yeah.
It could drop whenever. That's a game. It'll pop off at any point.
Yeah, definitely. I could
Save
see
it
that
for
being
April.
in June too. Or April, yeah, that'd be good.
Go to
Yeah.
April.
Indies come on through.
Yeah.
Next up, Daniel. Where are we? Capcom is having a spotlight later today. Hang on, let me read from the VGC tweet. Capcom will host a 26-minute digital event later this week. Actually, today. So by the time you're listening to this, it already happened. And yeah, Capcom doing a little showcase here.
Can you believe that game got revealed?
Can you believe that? Wow.
I can't.
Pragmata 2 already. Holy shit,
There's
man.
the sequel.
It's crazy. They didn't even put out the
Jeez.
original and jumped straight to the sequel.
Insane.
Big moves, Capcom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Yeah, Pragmata, Exoprimal, RE4, Street Fighter.
The demo did get leaked last night, so you're getting the demo today of
Is that the only 4 games we can really think of? I mean, are they gonna
announce something new here? Like could we
Where's
get
Mega Man?
Yeah, where's Mega Man? Devil May Cry 6? I mean, it's time.
The problem, I want it, it's time, but the problem is the creative director is moved on to his baby is also Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
So he's doing the sequel to that. They could still
that be
announce
there?
one. Yeah. It's been a year. Maybe they have something to show. I don't know. What else do they have? Maybe a Monster Hunter game. What's the main Monster Hunter team working on?
Yeah, Monster Hunter. What was the big one on last gen? World, right?
World.
Yeah, Monster Hunter World 2. See that? Maybe
that'd be cool.
I don't know how big they want to go here with their own showcase. Like,
it's not a lot of time.
I feel like they would have called this a Resident Evil thing if this was just a Resident Evil thing. Like, haven't they've had Resident Evil directs, right? Before. Yeah, something like that.
Brit.
Yeah, I remember that.
She hosted
that. Yeah. So yeah, I guess it won't just all be Resident Evil. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll be getting much. I think we'll be lucky to get Pragmata, if I'm being honest. You know, I think
we're getting an Exoprimal date as well.
Yeah,
I think those are the 2 highlights. I think.
Yeah, I think so. RE4 focused, Street Fighter, couple new characters or something, and then maybe Pragmata, and then Exoprimal, like you just said. I think that's probably all we show for. But who knows? You'll know by the time you're listening to this.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about that.
I just want to see Cammy like kick Mega Man in the face.
I want to see her squeeze him with her thighs.
No, that's Zangief.
That's yeah. Ooh, that'd be a hot image.
His thighs are huge.
Zangief strangles a little boy.
Oh no!
Put that on YouTube.
No, that's a live leak video.
You gotta put that on Pornhub. Next up, according to known esports journalist Richard Lewis, Counter-Strike 2 is real, and a beta could be released as soon as April 1st later this year. In like a month. Daniel, Counter-Strike 2.
I can't believe the Curb Your Enthusiasm comedian is leaking Counter-Strike video
Crazy,
games.
Man. He really
isn't that insane?
He really pivoted there, you know.
Yeah, like being Larry David's best friend to like leaking Counter-Strike. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's crazy. That's
read
a joke
your articles,
for, like,
kids.
Only certain people.
You know, I had to pull. I was gonna write Tom Henderson put that, but he didn't. So I read the article, and it was Richard Lewis. So I was like, all right, well, there you go, Richard.
Yeah, it's interesting that people finding things in the back end. Yeah, Counter-Strike is needed to move away from the first Source engine for a little while now. Like Source Engine 2's been out for a while, so they've been just sticking with Source 1.
So what I've been seeing with rumors is this is less of a Counter-Strike 2 and more of just Counter-Strike being ported to Source Engine 2.
Yeah, I mean, they could do a complete rebrand as well and call it something else,
sure.
You know, and not just be CSGO in Source Engine 2. Like they can just call it Counter-Strike 2 or Counter-Strike, I don't know, whatever. whatever they want to call it. But it's going to be a rebranding for sure. It's going to look better. It's probably going to be easier to develop for. I know Counter Strike's pretty tough to develop for. Maybe better to mod for and stuff like that. So yeah, seemed to be pretty eminent.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say about that. I've only played Counter Strike in on my high school computers, back in the day. And someone uploaded it on there, so that was the only time I ever fucked with Counter Strike. That and Halo Combat Evolved. You remember that? Good old
PC
days.
version.
Dude, we all used to go.
PC version had the flamethrower in it.
Yeah, we all used to go to the library and just play Halo. Like, during fucking study hall or whatever, just go to the library and like, yeah, we're gonna go study. No, we're all gonna go play Halo in the library.
Yeah, pistols only hang them high. Come on.
yeah. Shoddy snipes, man.
Shoddy snipes.
Yeah, it's good times. But yeah, Counter Strike 2. There you go. Valve, make something else.
Man, where's Portal 3?
Yeah,
that's literally the only game you need to make.
That's all we want. Got all that money,
All that money.
Can't do nothing good with it,
Yeah. Come on.
I want to sit there and bathe in it.
Just all this money going to Gabe, Come on, Gabe.
Can't stand it. Come on, Gabe. Make Portal 3. Up next, a new Dragon Ball Z Budokai. How are we pronouncing this? Tenkaichi?
Dragon Ball Tenkaichi.
Tenkaichi got announced at the DBFZ. Dragon Ball Fighters finals in 2023. No date or system yet, so
probably next year.
Yeah, I'd imagine. Daniel, you ever play one of these?
No, but Sloan loves this series.
Does he? Okay.
Big fan.
Fucking nerd.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, they're very like 3D fighters, very like Xenoverse type of kind of fighter where it's kind of 3D, kind of flying around.
That's what I always thought was kind of like the spiritual successor to this, right? Was the Xenoverse game.
Which is weird, you're not getting a Xenoverse 3. It's going back to
yeah, you're going back to I think it's just a nostalgia thing, right? Because like you pretty much got the same game in Xenoverse, right? So
it's a cooler name too. Budokai Tenkaichi, come on.
It is a cooler name, I'll give it that. Way cooler for sure. Name. Yeah.
Xenoverse is lame.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Dragon Ball Fighters, but yeah, I've never played one of these, so I don't know. Maybe I'd check it out, but I was kind of hoping for another Fighters, if I'm being honest.
Well, I think we'll get another Fighters. That game did pretty well.
Yeah, that was a cool game. But yeah, these are cool. Not necessarily my cup of tea, but I
don't like 3D fighters generally, unless it's Tekken
me either,
or Soul Calibur or something like that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. But I do like Dragon Ball quite a bit, so I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out by the time this actually comes out.
Sure.
Cool trailer though. I love the old school TV, and then it like switched to the newer one. It's all HD and shit. I was like, all right, this is dope.
They know what they're doing.
Definitely. Up next, Hogwarts Legacy last gen versions have been delayed into May sometime. I believe it's May 5th now is the date. So Hogwarts Legacy will be coming out on PS4 and Xbox One on May 5th, 2023.
I'm sad you didn't use the acronym that I put in there.
I don't like the acronym anymore. I don't like it.
People like Hogleg?
I don't like Hogleg, no. People have been spitting that one out, and it's like, no, we gotta come up with something else there. I just can't. I feel like we're all just calling it the Harry Potter game, no? Are we just switching off of that?
I'm calling it Hogwarts Legacy.
Okay.
I call it that, yeah.
You don't want to go Hogleg? You like put your
I'm not calling it Hogleg. I put it in there as Hogleg.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with Hogleg.
Okay.
Makes me feel weird when I say it, but I like it.
Hogleg, yeah, it just sounds gross. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Good luck to people that plan on buying this on last gen.
I know someone in person that bought. Oof. She bought a PS4 just for this game.
Oof.
And other things. Wanted a new console to play. Bought a PS4. It's just cheaper and easier to get at the time. And she was just. I sent her a message. I'm like, I'm sorry. It's just a screenshot of the delay, and she was just like, "Damn!" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to delay it for you." It was already delayed this year once.
I'm just so curious how it's gonna run on last gen. I think. I mean, it's obviously gonna be loading screens every time you're going.
Yeah, but I get them already here, so it's like it's just gonna be a little bit longer.
Sure, but you won't be able to seamlessly walk into the school and walk outside.
I think you can. It'll just be
think so?
Big loading. Yeah.
Well, I think like a loading screen will legit pop up. Sometimes like that. You don't think?
No.
I think so. On last,
I think they're just gonna let it be janky.
Yeah, I mean it's certainly gonna be janky. I mean the draw distances are gonna be really bad for sure. But I legitimately think you're gonna go into a loading screen every time you walk back into the school.
I don't. I think that this game, like as impressive as I am of it, I think that the game really says PS4 anyways. So
Yeah.
It's like I don't really get a lot of
I guess just a
new
lot of
gen
less
stuff.
NPCs walking around and stuff like that too.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I'll be
But I
very
think
curious to see that.
from what I've heard is the NPCs are mostly just like they're not like I don't know, quote real. They're kind of just
They're
things
not
and
real.
yeah,
What?
they're not like interactive and stuff. They're just always there, so maybe it's easier to do
Sure.
than like real people or anything. Because like that's what Hitman does, and Hitman did that last gen.
Mm.
Like Hitman, if you go back and like play Paris, the first level, there's a bunch of just people on it. But then you look at the map, and like some of them are actually real people, and some of them are I don't know what the right word to actually call them, but they're just there, but they're not like you know you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know
Am I
what you're
saying that
saying.
correct? Okay.
Sure.
So maybe that, I think maybe that's just what most of the people at Hogwarts are.
What I'm really curious to see then is whatever black magic they use to get this on Switch. Like that's
Yes,
what I
because
really want to
it's
see.
not the cloud version, right?
Yeah, no, it's not supposed to be. At least they haven't
Crazy.
announced that yet. So I really want to see that.
I mean, there's like a hamster attachment, so that hamster's just running.
Yeah.
More
You gotta
processing
carry it on
power.
your Switch. He's on the back there.
Yeah.
He falls off. Dies like fuck.
Oh no.
I'm not playing this anymore, damn it. You gotta buy a new hamster every time you want to play. That'd be fun.
Rough.
That'd be fun. Don't get attached.
But
Next
once
up.
that game drops on last gen, you gotta keep selling.
Yeah. Oh, for
It's
sure.
gonna
I
keep
mean,
selling.
it's actually kind of smart because they're gonna have another pop, right? Like another
Yeah,
media
for
pop
sure.
when it comes out on the last gen system, and then Switch again, right? So it's like, okay,
Yeah,
I see what
who
you're
needs
doing.
Zelda? You know, you just get Harry
Got
Potter on the
Hogwarts
Switch.
Legacy. You don't need anything. You know.
I just called it Harry Potter. Great.
There you go. That's what we're calling it. Fuck Hog
No,
Leg. Harry Potter game.
it's
That's what it is.
hog leg.
Oh, moving on. Next up. Paradox Interactive held a showcase a couple days ago. Daniel, did you get a chance to watch this?
Didn't watch, but I looked at the announcements.
Okay.
There was a little bit there. You know, they're a small publisher, so there's not like they don't always have a ton going on.
Yeah, I didn't watch it either, but they got a
Um,
couple things here. The Lamplighters League of and the Tower at the End of the World. It's coming out
Bad
later
name.
this year. Yeah, horrible name, way too long.
The Lamplighters League is a pretty cool name, but the rest of it, too much.
What do you want to call this one for short?
Uh, LLL.
How about TLLATTATEOTW?
That's almost as bad as people calling it Tlu. Like I hate when somebody says Tlu, my skin crawls and I
I
have an
don't mind if you
aneurysm.
type Tlu, but if you say Tlu to me out
Yeah, no,
loud,
that's what I
I'm
mean.
gonna backhand you. Yeah,
That's
for
what I
sure.
mean. It gives me. I have a visceral reaction when I hear somebody
No,
say
do
that.
not, do not.
I
You
hate
ever
it.
hear someone say LOL out loud?
Yeah,
Oh
sometimes I'll
man.
say that. I'll say
I
lol.
guess sometimes you might think that like in your head,
Yeah,
you know, because like when someone says something that isn't really funny, you might just say LOL. Maybe
yeah.
that's fine, but like if you consistently say that around me, again, I'm putting my rings on.
It reminds me of a Scrubs episode where JD's dating Mandy Moore, and her like quirk was like she wouldn't laugh. She would always say, "Oh, that's so funny," and JD couldn't take it. And she would always
No,
just, "Oh, that's so
did he
funny," and
break
she
up with
would
her
never.
then?
He did because he
You would
couldn't
have
take
to.
it.
You would
He
have
couldn't
to.
take it.
Ooh.
So good. I love Scrubs. Yeah, this game looks pretty interesting. It's day one Game Pass. And it's like it has like some XCOM vibes, you know, kind of like some like adventurer Indiana Jones vibes a little bit.
The art
Um,
style is very cool.
yeah, it's something to keep my eye on. You know,
Yeah,
it looks interesting.
but that'll come out to Game Pass later this year. Next they show Crusader Kings 3 DLC. Getting a little bit of that. Just an announcement trailer, no date for that. Then
Hmm.
last they showed Knights of Pen and Paper 3 launched today for
Yeah,
PC. There you
yeah.
go.
I
You
remember.
can go
I
play
know
that if
the
you want.
one and two are pretty popular, and they're mostly mobile games that I think they end up porting them to console. But I know they're pretty popular games. Seem
Okay,
cool. I like
cool.
D&D. They're kind of playing like D&D. It's kind of cool because like when you're playing, like I've seen footage where they're like playing. There's the DM is like on the other side of the table, and then you have like your characters are sitting down at a table, and it looks like you keep moving forward and fighting things, and it's in the background, like they're playing a campaign. It's pretty cool.
Dope. And that was the Paradox Interactive Showcase held by Xbox. Just weird. But
Presented
okay.
by Xbox. Yeah.
Presented by Xbox. Good job, Xbox. Not you, Paradox. Next there was a Nacon showcase.
Nacon.
Nacon showcase. Which
Yep.
Daniel, you have to explain to me what this company is again.
It's a publisher.
It's a publisher. Okay.
It's publisher.
Okay, they publish stuff. I don't know. What have we played from these guys?
I mean, pretty much every game you've ever played.
They've published them?
Yeah, it's published by Nacon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn.
It's crazy, right?
The Illuminati here, hiding in the shadows. Jesus.
Really, the only standouts are kind of the last two here. The Lord of the Rings Gollum. They're still saying 2023. No full date yet, which kind of sucks.
That got delayed out of last year, huh?
Out of last year, yeah.
And that might have gotten delayed out of the year before that at some point.
It could have. Yeah,
I feel like we've been talking about that game for a long time now.
Yeah, still saying this year. And then the RoboCop game. It's coming out September 2023.
Okay.
No date yet. So now that they know Starfield's coming out,
September 6th.
They're gonna go to the end of September.
Nope, go right on top of it. Let's see. Starfield or RoboCop? Who do you want? Let's find out, people.
Come on. Yeah.
The showdown of a century. You know what I mean? RoboCop, Starfield. Yeah, this RoboCop game sounds interesting to me. First person RoboCop game. That's cool.
Yeah.
Might be
His pistol's always pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. So I didn't watch this showcase myself, but cool little game series.
Yeah.
You gonna buy this Gollum game?
I don't know. Maybe.
You know,
I want Lord of the Rings games, so I don't know. If it reviews well, cool story, maybe I'll play it. I like stealth games.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know about it.
I know. We'll see. It's a wait and see for me.
Yeah, wait and see. Okay. Well, we will find out if Gollum can make a good game at some point. Next up,
he's making the game. Wait,
yeah, he himself is making. Andy Serkis is in a room doing mocap on the game himself right now. It's just him in a room by himself making this game.
The man himself.
That'd be really cool, actually. Remember he made that. He didn't make it, but he was involved in that Planet of the Apes game.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I was actually really looking forward to that. Apparently, it was really bad. I never played it, but
it was like a Telltale type game, right?
Yeah, it was one of those movie video games that you could just play, and it's like, okay, that sounds really cool. I love Planet of the Apes, but I guess it didn't turn out too well.
I like that series. I need to finish that series because I didn't actually
the newer trilogy.
Yeah, I didn't see 2 or 3.
Oh, they're really good. 2 and 3 are way better than that. So you only saw the James Franco one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That one's the shittiest one by far.
I really like that movie.
Yeah, it's okay, but like it's compared to 2 and 3, like 2 especially is like actually a really good fucking movie. 3 was pretty good too. Don't get me wrong, but yeah,
it's 2 has Gary Oldman, right?
Yeah.
Sweet.
3 has Woody Harrelson.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. It's really good. They're both really good in those villains. Watch 2. I believe it's Dawn.
Which one? Yeah, there's a Dawn and War.
Yeah,
right?
War's the third one. Yeah.
Okay.
Very good though. I love the older Planet of the Apes movies too.
Remember the Tim Burton one?
Yeah, I never watched that one actually.
I saw that in theaters.
Did you?
Yeah, with Marky Mark. Yeah,
with the monkey Abraham Lincoln statue.
Did it have a monkey Abraham Lincoln statue?
Yeah, that's what they found at the end instead of the Statue of Liberty. For some, it was.
I don't remember that.
What do they call the Abraham Lincoln statue in DC, where he's like sitting on the chair? I can't remember. But it's
the Washington Monument.
There you go.
No, not the monument.
Nah.
No, it's
the Lincoln Monument.
I don't. Yeah, the Lincoln Memorial or something.
Memorial, something like that. Whatever. Need to play Fallout 3 some more. But it's like they walk up to that and it's a monkey Abraham Lincoln. He's got the beard and the hat, but it's a monkey face. So
Marky Mark falls in love with like an ape.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens in the original movie too. Falls in love with the ape. Could you imagine that happening? You just get back to planet Earth and it's just ruled by talking monkeys. Like that sounds terrifying. I would just someone kill me. That's worse than zombies.
Is it?
Yeah, that's worse.
At least it's a society.
Sure, maybe you could like try to reason with them and whatnot, but like Death
You
by
can at least
monkeys
live.
is gonna hurt way more than death by zombies.
I don't know. I mean, I guess you're getting bit and ripped apart, but at least you can
Intelligent
like
monkeys,
live
though,
with
they might
them.
torture you.
True, but there's also a chance you can work with them.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen. They don't. That doesn't
Yeah.
happen in the movies. You know, it's. I'm not fucking with monkeys, man. I'm just saying that right now. Next up, Suicide Squad is possibly being delayed out of its May release date and might be targeting Q4-ish for later this year. This coming off of the biggest look we've gotten at this game at the recent State of Play. So a bit surprising here, I'd say. Daniel,
Yeah.
how you feel?
This is hot. These cookies are coming right out of the oven.
Are they
We're
chocolate
stuffing
chip?
these cookies. Yeah, of course they're chocolate chip, and I'm stuffing them right in my mouth outside of the oven, not
You know,
waiting.
honestly, I kind of feel like Suicide Squad is more of a raisin cookie. I
I like
mean,
oatmeal raisin cookies.
I do too, but it's like, you know, if you think it's chocolate chip and you bite into it and then it's
Ooh,
raisins,
the bait and switch.
that's what Suicide Squad is.
Yeah, you don't want that. You don't. Oh, this
Chocolate
is a good
chip
chocolate chip
cookie
cookie.
would be a fourth Arkham game that we all wanted, you know?
Mm.
This is oatmeal
I don't know.
raisin.
I feel like I still say I feel like the stories and characters are gonna be good, but
Sure,
yeah. So
those are pieces of chocolate in the cookie, you know, but it's still the oatmeal raisin cookie.
this is a weird cookie.
It's gonna be hard to swallow this cookie. I'm just telling you
Okay.
right now.
So if they're delaying, I mean, I guess they could rework a lot of the other things. I mean, the biggest complaint that people had was the live servicey aspects of it. So that this could be what they actually rework is the battle pass system and all of that stuff. Because we, as much of a live service game as it seems like it's going to be, we don't know how much of a live service it is. You know, like it could just be a co-op, like a game you could just play by yourself or co-op, and
Yeah,
then
I mean,
have some stuff.
we know there's a
Afterwards,
battle
you know?
pass and stuff like that, but like, are there like events and shit like
That's
that?
what I
Like
mean.
stuff
Yeah.
that keeps you coming back and all that? I guess that type of stuff.
I
We
know they
don't
said
know.
there's gonna be a new character, but or a new couple new characters or something. But like, I
That
don't know.
worries me.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know how much of a live service it is already, or was going to be. But well, who knows what they're even gonna rework after this, or why they're delaying it. We don't know.
Yeah, I would like to know the exact reason why it's getting delayed. If it is to like take some of that stuff out, that kind of worries me too, because it's like you're not gonna change what this game is in a matter of months. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. It's a mess that this game is actually getting delayed again, honestly, because it's been so long since Rocksteady put out an actual game. That's just like, okay, another delay on top of that. Like you can't. I don't. You can't. At a certain point, you got to just put this out.
You know what could be saving them is WB making a lot of money off of Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
like I guess printing money
Take
right
your
now.
time. We got Hogleg.
They might just be like, we're making a decent amount of money. Like, you got to put your game out soon, but like, we'll give you a delay.
Maybe they saw that and they're just like, hey, maybe we could just make this a single player game.
Who knows? People like single player games.
What if they were like, you know what, guys, we're just gonna scrap this. Go ahead and make a fourth Arkham game. Throw it out. We'll see you in 5 years.
Great. You know, I would take it. I'd take it.
I'd take it, yeah.
I'd say I still would like to see some of these characters, though. You know.
Sure.
But like, I'd take it.
I would take it as well. Yeah, who knows? I mean, we got to find out if this is even real. I guess WB hasn't said anything official themselves as of yet, so we will see. But not looking good.
Yeah.
Not looking good.
Yeah, hopefully they can get this game out the door.
Yeah, Q4 too. That's a long delay.
Yeah.
If it's
the game's not even the game wouldn't have been out until May, so it'd only be a few months.
Yeah, I guess at that point. But still,
for where we are now, yeah.
It's like October, November. That's pretty long.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it for the news of the week, Daniel. And then on a sour note, we'll now move in to what we've been playing. Daniel.
Yes.
What Vijama games have you been playing?
So me and Sloan beat the Destiny 2 campaign.
Ooh.
Or Lightfall campaign. And then we tried to play a little bit last night, and the servers are just down. Maintenance. I don't even know if they're up anymore.
What a horrible time.
Yeah, I know. We didn't even get to play.
Yeah,
He had like played a little bit yesterday or something, and then like by the time I was getting ready to play with him, and then it just the servers were down, of course. Yeah, so the story to Lightfall, I think, is pretty good. I don't think it's bad. People are really hating on the story. It's not as good as Witch Queen, but I think it's definitely setting things up, but they don't really answer a lot of questions. And they set up a lot of stuff for this next big DLC next year, which is supposed to be kind of the final DLC of this big arc Destiny's been on. Yeah, just it feels like they were trying to do Infinity War, but didn't like completely nail that to get to Endgame. But
best MCU movie.
Which one?
Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, I think Endgame is, but Infinity War is, I think, the most perfect movie.
I'm with you.
It's a pretty perfect, tight film. But yeah, so yeah, Lightfall. I think I like it. I finally got the subclass. It took so long. It took like the end of the DLC to get the subclass. Like, why would you ever do that? What's the point of that?
Yeah, you play through the whole thing and then you got it.
They tease you. They give you teases of like little parts of missions to be able to use it and stuff. But like, just give it to me at the front. Like, tease me once. Next mission, I can get it, and then I could play the rest of the campaign with it.
Yeah.
Why are you constantly teasing me?
How'd that grappling hook end up feeling?
Pretty good. You can actually you can like grapple to pretty much anything. It's definitely a learning curve. There's like a momentum you need to have. Sometimes you go really like if you're trying to get up, you'll be okay. But if you're trying to like go further, you might go over your platform and stuff. Like you really have to like.
So is it more like a zip line type, kind of like Halo Infinite, a little bit more?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of pulls you towards it.
Gotcha.
It's like a little momentum focused.
Okay. And then what? Do you do like a cool slide if you're like
going? No, you can slide.
Okay.
You can also hit melee and do like a melee out of it.
That's cool.
That's what I do. Ooh. Go in there. You can like attach to an enemy and just melee them.
Ooh,
that's nice. What I like to do. Nice. Yeah,
I want to try this grappling hook out. That sounds like
yeah.
So you could like attach to the enemy and then come in and then just fucking hit them. That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, super fun. The subclass is pretty cool. The hunter that I play a hunter. You basically get like that famous like weapon that it's like a rope with like a kunai on it, and you're like swinging it. That's kind of the weapon. So like when you hit like right trigger, your character does like a flip and like spins it all around you. So it's just like this huge wave around my character. It's pretty cool. I haven't got to test it on multiplayer or anything yet, so don't know if it's like good for multiplayer. Maybe it's just good for PvE stuff, you know. Like I like the golden gun in multiplayer, but
so when you go to PvP, you can now take the grappling hook, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The you can't have a grenade and a grappling hook in the same button. That is the ability that it's on.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I have like a melee that is kind of throwing a kunai, and then it kind of bounces and can come back to me. That's my right bumper, and my left bumper is either the grapple or I could put a grenade on. If you unlock the grenades. Right now I put the grenade on, but I do have that grapple hook. I just wanted to try out the grenades. Yeah, I like the subclass a lot. The planet you're on in Neptuna is it's a pretty fun planet. Super cyberpunky and neon and
yeah, it looks really cool.
It looks really cool. It's a pretty cool area. It's pretty small compared to like some of the other areas in the game, but I do like exploring and running around it.
So is there like a new hub world now too, or is it just you still go to that same?
Not a hub world, but it's like a new planet.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's just like an open area to explore.
Okay.
But the tower is still kind of the main hub.
Gotcha.
That's always the main hub. And in Destiny 2, there's also the farm.
Yeah.
It was kind of the hub before you got back to the tower. I mean, that's still a thing, but the tower is the main hub still.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I've always wondered how those worked. I've never played any of the Destiny 2 DLC, so
yeah, most of them just kind of add a new place to go, but not like a hub there. But I'd like new NPCs to talk to on the planets, and then you can always go back to the tower.
I'd like for them to open up like all the older ones that you still can't play. You know, like
Yeah.
yeah, like give me all that stuff, and then I'd go back to Destiny 2 and just like try to play through all the campaigns. You know.
Yeah, they need to figure that out.
Yeah, if they could
They
figure that
really
out,
do.
you'd get me back in. I mean, I'm never gonna be like the live service guy and like come in every day and do your
I
dailies
mean,
or whatever the
I'm
fuck they call
not.
them. Yeah, I know
I
you're
just come
not.
for the Destiny DLC.
I would do what you would do if they uh
Yeah.
opened up all the older DLC and like let me experience the whole thing. I would like if
I
they
mean,
even found a way to put in Destiny 1 again, because like, can you even play half the
I'm
shit from
pretty
Destiny
sure.
1? You can.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. I don't think they've gotten rid of the servers or anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I prefer Destiny 1 in pretty much every way.
Do you really?
Oh yeah, easily.
I feel like you don't
Not
hear that
even.
from a lot of people.
It's not even close.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's
What
not.
what makes it so much better in your mind?
I think how you do your abilities, you can actually select things and actually customize your class. When you go into Destiny 2, say you go to your golden gun and you're like selecting whole pockets of abilities, right?
Hmm.
And that's just what you pick. That is not how Destiny 1 was. Like you go into your golden gun and you're picking abilities, you're picking your grenade, you're picking your melee, and I preferred that. I think just how abilities feel. I still feel like they don't feel as good as they did in Destiny 1. I just had a better time in Destiny 1, I think overall. I don't like this new seasonal content. I don't like this drip feed of one big expansion, 3 seasons worth of content to go throughout the year to the next big
So,
expansion.
and what's in the seasons then exactly? Like what?
It's just more story, but
Okay,
they
so there
are
is like more cutscenes and stuff there, just
I
not like
yes.
new areas and stuff to explore. Just more.
Yes.
Okay. So do you
It's
go back and play those as well?
no, I don't
No.
play any of the seasons.
Okay. So are
I don't
you
play it
not
as a live
fully caught
service.
up with the story by the time you play the next expansion? Do you have to like look
There was
stuff up?
stuff I missed between Witch Queen and this.
Yeah.
Um, I'll kind of catch up on other things. Like My Name is Bife is a really good Destiny lore guy. I
Hmm.
might watch a video just to catch up a little bit. And there might be a few things I
So
miss or whatever,
and
but
then like in these seasons, is there a lot of story content, or is it like
it
can you catch up
depends.
pretty quickly?
You can generally catch up pretty quickly. I mean, I'm not doing them, so it's like a lot of it is gameplay stuff, and some of it isn't too heavy lore. I mean, there was a pretty big thing in between like Witch Queen and this and stuff like building the Cabal helping you out and the DLC before Beyond Light into Witch Queen. You had more the Fallen or the Elixni, which is their actual name, start helping you out, which are enemies. It's really cool to see enemies are helping you out because these other races aren't your actual main villain. It's the darkness.
Mm.
That's kind of what this big arc has been. Um, oh, we need to team up because there's a better or bigger villain out there, which is the Witness. The Witness is an interesting character. Have you seen the Witness's design?
Is that the guy with the cloud fucking head?
Yeah, the
Whatever.
cloud head and the
Yeah.
big old eye. His eyes
Yeah.
are huge.
Yeah. It looks like a goldfish.
Yeah, he looks like a culture. He has like little skulls in his cloud thing too. It's a really interesting design.
That's cool.
They don't really do much with the Witness. Like he is there in this DLC, but ultimately Callus is kind of the main villain.
Is the witness kind of
Um,
like the Thanos?
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay.
he is the big bad right now.
Gotcha. So what's gonna happen after the next expansion?
I don't know.
You don't know? Interesting.
I mean, there might be just seasonal content afterwards, but like at this point, who knows? Like that is supposed to be the last DLC that we know about.
Yeah.
I hope in 2025 we just get Destiny 3.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of it just being Destiny 2.
Yeah. I would
I'm
like that
tired.
as well.
I know that no one wants to hear this. I'm tired of it being a free to play live service game. Just let me pay $70 for Destiny 3 and it just be Destiny. Maybe pay for some things afterwards, but like I do not want this live service free to play game. This is not what I want Destiny to be.
Interesting. Yeah, I would like that too, obviously, but I don't. It doesn't seem like hardcore Destiny players want that.
Maybe I would be fine with paying 70 for a nice big old chunk of a game, a lot of stuff, and then I'm cool with paying for big expansions afterwards. I just don't like this free to play seasonal model for Destiny. I don't like it.
Sure. All right.
I'm cool with expansions though.
Yeah. Anything else you've been playing?
Yeah, so I didn't get to play Destiny last night, but I did play more Hogwarts. I've been playing. That's still what I've been playing. I'm pretty much done with the game. I will say I beat the game,
Oh, okay, nice.
but there is like there are three like of your best friends or whatever that you do three big relationship missions with them.
Yeah.
Um, I've completed two of them, and the third one I'm about to complete. So I'm just going to complete that. And I have like another mission that popped up to go talk to Professor Weasley. I might just do that, see what that is. But I have got it said complete campaign. Um,
Credits rolled?
I have not seen credits.
That's weird.
Yeah, so that's why I'm gonna go talk to Weasley. I don't know what's up.
Oh, maybe that's like the last mission type thing.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
Maybe very like
yeah, I
God
wouldn't
of
be able to
War.
delete it in my mind if
I
credits didn't
know.
roll. You know? Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be like, where are the
very weird.
credits? Where are they?
I know.
How'd you like it though? Like, did the main story come together for you and all that?
Yeah, I think it came together. I wish that your friends were more in it though.
Mm.
Like they are weaved in and out of it
Mm-hmm.
between Sebastian, Natty, and Poppy. They're all three of them are weaved in through the story, but they're not like. I want them more tied in. I want it to be like a core group of. I hope that that's what the sequel is.
Yeah.
Is like a core group of like you can maybe put a few more of them, but having like those four kids be the four kids. Um, I think it just let's just focus on them a little bit more and their relationship together. Because like I'd like to see Sebastian and Natty and Poppy being friends together and stuff, not just with me.
Oh
You know,
yeah. Yeah, they never interact.
not much.
Not much. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else interesting happened in that game?
Um, I don't want to spoil anything.
Yeah.
I know you haven't really played much, so you know there's those big trials you're doing for the main campaign,
Yeah.
the main story part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, the third trial, incredible.
Really? Okay.
Incredible. The best part of the game. I don't
Interesting.
want to spoil what
That's
the third
cool.
trial is. It is visually unique and different. It is thematically different. I don't want to say too much. There are some cool lore things in that trial. Like people need to get to that trial because that trial is wild.
Is that closer to the end of the game?
There are four trials.
Okay. What was I on?
Um,
I was in fall, so I don't.
you were working to the second trial.
I was working to the second. Okay.
At the end
Fourth
of
one's
each
pretty cool.
season, basically, you get to a new trial.
Yeah, maybe I'll go back.
If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, that's really cool. That something interesting happens. Though.
Yeah. I mean, I really like the three missions for your three best friends.
Sure,
I really
yeah,
like
those
that.
are
I think
cool.
those three missions are probably, in terms of the main
Stand out
story, the
there.
best, the standout stuff.
Yeah.
I think the main story kind of gets there. Like, it's got some heart to it. Yeah, it's not like I think this game like exceeded everything I thought it was going to be. To
Yeah.
be honest, I was not expecting a bad game or a 10 out of 10, but it's much better than I thought it would be. They really realized this world, and I don't know what a sequel could be. They really did
Quidditch.
a lot in this game. Quidditch for sure. I want
That's it.
Quidditch.
Quidditch the game.
Quidditch the game.
All right. That it? That all you've been playing?
Yeah, that's it.
What's next for you?
Like a Dragon Ishin,
Ooh,
baby.
did
It's
you
been
start it
too
yet?
long. And nope, I haven't. And
No.
I want to do the last thing in Harry Potter first.
Oh, okay.
Well, Harry Potter again, Hogwarts.
It's I called it hog leg not that long ago.
Hog
So
leg.
now we switched.
I want to do the last little bit there in that game. I'm gonna go to Ishin. I also, I have that the Space for the Unbound. I want to try out that little indie game.
Oh yeah.
There's also another indie game I want to try out, which is actually on PC. Is Pizza Time. Have you seen Pizza Time?
I've not even heard of this.
Go check out Pizza Time.
What do you
Just
do?
go look up a trailer. It's like a 2D platformer that looks like you're playing Ren and Stimpy.
Ooh.
It's that art style.
That's cool. That's a cool.
And
art
it
style.
looks hand drawn.
Interesting.
Yeah, go look up Pizza Time. Game looks
Time.
insane. It looks like what if Wario was a Ren and Stimpy character, and he's also a chef, and he makes pizza. And that's the main character. Okay. He's like an Italian. He's like an Italian Wario.
Huh. That does sound interesting.
It looks really cool. So I want to check out Pizza Time at some point as well.
Cool. I have been playing more Octopath Traveler 2. Playing a
Cool.
lot more of that. Probably, I don't know, 12-ish hours in, something like that, right around there. So, what have I done? I haven't gotten all the characters yet. I have 6 of the characters, so I need 2 more to unlock them all. Uh, it's just a long process because you gotta get there on the map wherever they are on the map, and then you do their first mission, and then they become part of your group. But you can only have 4 members in your group at a time. So I was kind of focusing on the 4 people that I already had. I was kind of focusing on their stories instead of
So does
grabbing
it
the
work
other
like
ones.
you're just doing? Is there just like, okay, you're doing all this person's stories and then it's over. Then you're doing all this person's stories and it's over. Is
It's
that
in
kind of
chapters. It's very much like a TV show. Like picture each character's episode, each character's chapter as an episode of television. I kind of think of it like that. So,
okay?
and then their next chapters will be at different points on the map. So then you go there to start that next chapter,
Okay.
right? So you pick
So
your
can you
starting.
just do this person's?
Yeah, you could if you wanted, but
Okay.
you got to be the right level too. There's level
The level
recommendations by
caps.
them,
Okay.
so you kind of want to bounce around and do other people's missions to raise your levels because it's like
Gotcha.
Throny, who's my main character, is her chapter 3 mission is like level 34, and I'm only in like the 20s right now with all my characters. So it's like, okay, I gotta go do other people's chapters, raise those levels, and that's why I'm kind of conflicted by like switching party members in and out because I'm like, well, I want to raise these people so I can go
Yeah.
and do Throny's next chapter before I do that. So I'm kind of. I think I'm not gonna pick up the next 2 characters I need to unlock for a while. I'm gonna just go through and try to do a lot of missions for the other characters until my level's pretty high, and then I'll just get them at some point and then raise their levels super quickly. Just bring them into like a really hard area, and I should be able to raise their levels super quick.
Are you grinding much?
No, not yet. I mean, there'll probably be a point where I grind, but I haven't really grinded at all. I mean,
That's
I,
good.
I got all the levels I need just by walking to the next place. So it's like, because there's a lot of random encounters, so you're just leveling up constantly.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, man, the stories here are really good. Like, there's some really good ones. There's one that's like a warrior and his brother, like killed the emperor of your land, and like, the emperor's their father. So like, he killed their father to take over the land, and then he got kicked out of the town. They like killed his best friends and like everyone in town and shit, and like it was like really dark. And now he's on a mission to get new allies so he can go back and take the throne again. And it's like that one's really cool.
Hmm.
There's a couple ones like based on religion and stuff like that that get pretty dark. Those are really cool. There's one where this character's best friend, him and they're like scholars, they're doing like magic and shit like that. And then his best friend killed his wife and daughter, but then blamed him for it, so he went to jail, and you got to like break out of the prison with this character and stuff like that. And now he's on a quest to get revenge for that. And it's like a lot of really cool dark stuff in this game that I'm like really into. And
Cool.
yeah,
Well,
I
yeah.
mean, really, really
So what
enjoying
is
the
your
combat and stuff.
party comp right now?
Say that again.
What is your party composition right now?
So right now I have Throny. You have to keep Throny. So you have
She's
to
a
keep.
rogue, right?
She's a rogue. Yeah, she's a thief types. You have to keep the first one you choose. That's pretty much your main character. So like whoever
Okay.
you choose first, picture them as the main character of your story of the anime style game that
Gotcha.
this is, right? And then the rest are just your companions, and you're obviously getting their stories too. But so you have to have your main one in the party until you beat their whole story. So I'm pretty much
Okay.
gonna have Throny in the party the whole time. But then right now I have Tenemos, who's he's like a mage, but he uses like light and dark powers. It's different powers from
Oh,
the
okay.
scholar, who's also a mage. He has like your fire, your thunder, your blizzard. He has those type of magic powers. So they're 2 different ends of like magic powers. So I have both of them, and then I have the warrior character. I forget his name at the moment, but he's obviously just your typical warrior character. He uses sword, spear, stuff like that.
So is the light and the dark person your healer?
Yeah, he's also the healer. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And then, but he
Or
has
they're
like
like
light and
healing
dark
magic and
powers
then
to hurt people. Yeah.
cool.
But then, yeah, he gets a lot of healing stuff as well, which you do quite a bit in this game. This game gets challenging, man. Like especially at the end of chapters, there'll always be like one really difficult boss fight, And it's really cool. The bosses always like they have a different art style than everyone else in the game. Like they come in and they're like super big and like really detailed, and like it's just like off-putting when you see a boss.
They're gonna beat you down.
Yeah, they're gonna beat the shit out of you, and it gets very hard. You got to be very strategic with the turn-based combat here, and that's really fun.
Yeah, I really want to play these Octopath games. They look great.
Yeah.
Like that style looks great.
The one thing that's off-putting, and it feels like it's almost shoehorned in, is when the characters interact with each other. It's not like I wish they were more like a group, like it felt like a friend group. It just kind of feels like you're collecting the other party members just so they're there and they don't really interact with each other's stories. There's separate missions where they do interact, but they almost feel like side stories. So like I had a Tenemos who's the healer guy and a Throny who's my main character. I had a side story for them I just did. But that was just like completely had nothing to do with either of their stories. It was just like a side quest type thing. And that's like the only point where they interact. There'll be little sections where like it'll pop up in the corner, press start to see these two characters talk about something. And like that feels really shoehorned because they don't even have voice acting for those. You just read it and it's like, it just really feels like an afterthought. So, but it was just kind of a way for their stories to interact with each other. And like, what does this character think about this character's story and what's going on right now? But again, it just feels really shoehorned in. And I would just like more of that. Make this group feel more like a group than just individual characters that just happen to be together.
Yeah, it's probably for how the game is set up.
Yeah.
You being able to do whatever you want, that probably puts a lot of like
No, it'd be really hard to do
narrative
for sure.
difficulty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like that's what I'd like to see for the inevitable sequel to this game.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I asked this last week. What is like are there difficulty options, or is it just kind of this is what the
No,
game
yeah,
is?
there was the game is just what the game is. Yeah, there
Okay,
was no
interesting.
options in the beginning of the game. Not that I remember at least, unless I just didn't see it. But yeah, no, I don't think there is.
Okay, interesting. It's an interesting choice. You don't see that very much.
No, yeah, I guess you don't. They do a lot of really cool stuff to catch you up on people's stories in case you haven't played a certain character's story for a little while. You can go in and literally watch any cutscene at any time, or you could just
Ooh, I
read,
like that.
or you could just read the description of what happened at a certain part of the chapter at any time. So it's like they do it really. They know like, hey, you might not have played Throny's last chapter for like the last 2 weeks. So here's a little catch up for you if you need that, and that's a really nice touch.
Yeah, I like that a lot. More games need to have replayable cinematics to them. Like
100%. Yeah.
sometimes I want to go back and watch that cool looking boss or whatever he did. Like,
Yeah.
or some cool scene, some sad scene or something. Like I like more games to do that.
Yeah, definitely. It's helped me quite a bit already because it was forever from when I did one character's story mission, and I was like, oh shit, what the hell was happening? So I went back, just watched the last cutscene, and it's like, oh okay, all caught up now. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this game, man. I'm really
I
surprised how much
love
I'm
that you're playing
enjoying
this
it.
game.
Yeah, it's really fun. I like it's gonna be a while before I beat it because it's just a big ass game, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
oof, I'm only on like chapter 3 at most for like 2 of my characters, and I still got 2 characters I haven't even unlocked, and I know they all got 8 chapters, so it's just like, okay, it's a long game. We're gonna be
How
in
long's
here
the
for the long
chapter?
haul. I'd say they vary. I'd say 45 minutes to 90 minutes per
Okay.
chapter. Yeah, just depending on which one it is. So like everyone's first chapter seems to be a lot longer, you know.
Set up the character.
Yeah, but sometimes they'll split up. Like you'll have to go to 2 different places for a second chapter. You know, like this person's got to go here and there, and that's both just part of chapter 2. So sometimes that'll end up being a little longer. But yeah, I'd say 90 minutes at most for each chapter.
Okay. That's
But
not
then
too bad.
I think it'll go a lot quicker too when I unlock every town because you can just fast travel to each town. So it's once I get all these towns unlocked, then I'll just very easily be able to just fast travel to the next chapter and back and forth and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, super into these games, man. I can't wait for more of these type of things to come out, like that Dragon Quest one, the Dragon Quest 3 remake with the HD
Oh
2D thing.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, I'm fucking play that now too, all that type of shit. I'm like, let's go. It's a whole new world for me here.
Well, we forgot about Sea of Stars. Talking
Oh
about
yeah,
indie
that
games.
too. Yeah,
That game looks awesome.
I think that has an August date, right?
Somewhere around there. August sounds
Somewhere
right.
around there. Yeah. All right, Daniel. That's all I've been playing. We now move on to the game. Daniel, what are we playing?
Yeah. When Daddy's away, the boys will play. So this tier maker was off of your choice. It's going to be a tier maker of cereal.
Breakfast cereal.
American breakfast cereal.
Let's go.
There is a huge list of breakfast cereal.
Okay, we don't gotta do all of them.
It's
because there is a lot of fucking cereal out there.
Let me see. It's almost 100 cereals.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we did not do that. do the big ones.
Like it is a bunch of like Kellogg's, bunch of
they got the off-brand shit
stuff. There. No off-brand.
Okay, great.
Bunch of different Cheerios.
It's called flakes.
Just a ton of stuff. I guess like if you want to shout one out, and I can try to find it, and we can do that one first.
I'd rather it come as a surprise to me. You just read them off.
Is this the right one here? Yeah, we'll just do it because I like this cereal. I don't know if you've ever had this one. Have you ever had the honeycomb cereal?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I've had honeycomb.
Okay. Where would you rank the honeycomb cereal?
Honeycomb's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
I would say a B.
Yeah, I'd go B. Yeah. It's got that nice crunchy texture.
Yes,
that sweet honey. Yeah.
You gotta have a good crunch.
I'm down with B. That's fine with me.
Yeah, you have to have a good crunch to a cereal. Some of these I don't know. That's what just don't need to be here. Okay, this is an interesting one. Trix.
Oh, Trix are for kids. Now, Trix much better when they were in the shape of the of what it is. Yeah, way better.
I can't believe they changed it.
Now they're just puffs. Now they're just generic puffs. So for that, I'd put them in D.
I would say C. Just C? even if they were shaped normal, I think it's a fine cereal. It's nothing special.
I'm telling you, it would bump it up to at least a B if they were shaped as the fruits. At least a B then.
So do you want a D or do you want C?
I want D. I think they deserve to be punished for what they've done.
All right, we'll punish them.
I think that rabbit deserves to be punished.
Yeah, we'll punish him. Are you a Kix fan?
Ooh. Yes and no. It's
a nice basic cereal for kids.
Exactly. It's like the most bland thing ever, but sometimes it's good.
It's not as bland as a regular Cheerio.
Yeah.
I still prefer a regular Cheerio, but
me too.
You want to rank Kix?
Yeah, we can rank it. I'd say C. I think that's a middle of the line. Like sometimes I'm in the mood for just a bland thing like that.
Sure,
just want to let me eat a bowl of styrofoam. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I have our first A here, at least an A for me.
Okay.
The apple cinnamon Cheerios.
Ooh.
Are you kidding me?
I don't fuck with these that much, honestly.
Have you ever tried like any of the other flavored Cheerios?
Yeah, I mean honey nut, of course, but
of course.
Yeah.
But I mean the other flavors.
I gotta be honest. I'm not sure I've ever had this.
Go out and get apple cinnamon.
Go out and get this.
Cheerios.
It does sound pretty good. Now that the way you read that off makes it sound really good. Apple cinnamon. Yeah.
Do you have any connection to any Chex cereal?
Ooh, no, not unless you're making puppy chow. You know what puppy chow is?
No.
I don't know what you call it where you're from, but it's just
Chex Mix.
Yeah, exactly. When you
is that what it is?
Yeah, when you mix in chocolate and like powdered sugar in a bunch of Chex. Yeah, no.
I like Chex Mix with like the little crackers and
stuff.
like
when it's a chip. Gotcha.
Yes.
Yeah, like Gardettos. You got Gardettos.
What did you just call me?
Gardettos.
I don't know what.
You know what Gardettos are?
No.
Gardettos. You don't know what a Gardetto? It's not. That's not like a singular. That's like Chex Mix as well. It's got like pretzels in there and that weird. Really, it's not a burnt chip, but it's just like a brown chip.
It's delicious.
Yeah, whatever the fuck that is. That's what Gardettos is.
Is that an off-brand?
No, you don't have Gardettos. Maybe I'm pronouncing this wrong. Gardettos, bro.
That's Chex Mix.
Is that like a thing just over here? Gardettos.
I don't know. People up there in Wisconsin are weird.
Maybe we'll ring chips sometime, and I'll throw in. I'll tell you how good Gardettos are. But yeah, no, I don't have any.
Okay,
I wouldn't even know where to rank these.
Here's a classic one. Not a favorite of mine, but a classic. The Wheaties.
Typical
classic.
Wheaties.
Always great covers.
Yeah,
always great covers.
Another bland cereal here.
Pretty bland.
Yeah,
might be S tier in terms of boxes and covers.
Oh, for sure. Just the way they change them out. They're very cool.
Yeah.
Again, I'd put this at C, middle of the line.
I think it's a step.
I could hear an argument for it being the
I'd say
best
a B.
bland cereal, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, I'm fine with B. That's fine.
I don't think it is the best bland. I still think I prefer regular Cheerios,
Sure.
but we haven't gotten there yet. I'm not even sure where it is on this thing. There's too many cereals. Um. Okay. Okay. Is this the box for Honey Nut Cheerios? These boxes are messed up.
It's got the little bee on it. You dip the honey in there.
Yeah. Well, I don't even see regular Cheerios on here. Oh wait, is this? They're mixing up some of these Cheerios. Okay, no, they're over here.
Tearless.
Yeah, this is weird. Okay. What about Blueberry? The blueberries, dude.
Can we do all three of these real quick?
Where's the other one? Yes. Okay, I see them all now. Okay, we'll do the blueberries first.
Who owns this? Is this Kellogg's?
It might be Post. I can't tell
Post.
The picture.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, Blueberry up first. Yeah. Blueberry, a solid B.
A solid B.
Solid B. I like Blueberry. They're good. They used to only bring these out, correct me if I'm wrong, during Halloween time.
Oh yeah.
But now it's just a yearly thing.
Yeah.
Like now you can go find this all the time. And it's just a little weird.
Lost the luster. It's lost the luster.
A little bit, right? It lost a little bit of that magic because it used to be a little surprise. You're walking around the store in October where it's like, oh, okay, let's go.
For sure. What about Frankenberries?
Ooh, Frankenberry's the worst of these three, I'd say.
I'd still say B. It's below Blueberry.
It's good. I'll eat it, but yeah, below Blueberry for sure.
Yeah, it's a solid cereal, but. And then you got
read off my guy, Daniel.
Count Chocula.
Count Chocula. Let's fucking go. This is an S tier cereal for me. I love Count Chocula, bro. If I had to pick one of the marshmallow combined with regular cereal type of cereal, I'm picking Count Chocula really all day. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of like, is it better than like Cocoa Puffs? Because like when I put Cocoa Puffs up in S and this at A.
Is we ranked Cocoa Puffs already?
No, but I'm thinking about it like
they can both be S. I mean, I love both of these, you know. It's like I'm not even that big of a chocolate guy, but I really fuck with chocolate cereal.
Yeah, I'm with you. We'll put it at S. We could put it at S.
Okay.
I'm still thinking of where I would.
This is one of my favorite cereals. It's not my favorite, but it's one of my favorites.
Okay. It's a very, very, very good cereal.
Yeah. Clearly the standout of the three Halloween, whatever the fuck they're doing, cereal. Yeah.
More iconic as well.
If they wanted to keep Blueberry and Franken, whatever the fuck, on away until October time, that's cool. But then keep Count Chocula out.
No, I like them all being. I like them all being.
What if they like did different holidays? You know, like could we get a Christmas one?
Ghost?
It's the same cereal, you know, but now it's like you got to rename it to something Christmassy.
The Ghost of Christmas Past.
Ooh, see, that's good. This is marketing right here. I don't know what you do for the chocolate one, but this is marketing.
Well, he is a vamp, so he has to be in Halloween. Frankenstein, Easter, Jesus comes back from the dead alive.
Sure.
Man, I'm on fire right now.
Jesus Stein. Wow, man. Post hire this guy. Jesus.
The monster is just Jesus.
And then Count Chocula just has a Santa Claus hat on. That's it. It's still Count Chocula.
No. It's the ghost. It's the ghost.
Okay. What's next?
Here's a really good one. I don't know if everyone's even had it. Oreos.
Oh, I've never had this. I've seen the box. I know what you're talking about, but I've never been bold enough to buy it. Is it good, huh?
Really good. I'd say it's an A. I don't know if it's as good as the apple cinnamon Cheerios, but I'd say it's an A. It's an A tier.
Now I gotta imagine this is better with the milk at the end. You know, right? Because now you get like a Oreo cream shake. When you like drink the milk, you know?
Oh, I don't do that.
Here's a little counter fact. Maybe you're on the same page. And this might weird you out. You might turn off this podcast after you hear this from me. I don't eat cereal with milk. Refuse to do it. It's gross to me.
I'm cool with eating it dry. I like my cereal with milk, but I don't touch the milk when it's done.
Sure. That weirds me. I'm not drinking that people drink out of the bowl. After that, nah, you gross me out. You gross me out. I just don't understand. And like this goes because I do like a good soup, so this kind of goes against it. But like I don't. Why do you want to make a dry food wet? I don't understand it. What's up with that?
No, milk enhances the flavors. That's
it. I just don't like the idea of having soggy cereal. That just grosses me out. You know.
Sure. This next one's for me because I don't think you've had this one either. Cheerios Oat Crunch.
Ooh, that does sound good. Never had it.
It's talk about
Are there
nice
like the
crunchy cereal.
little balls of oat in
No,
there? Or
it's
what, like what's
circles
going
with
on
like
there?
little oats in
Sure,
where the
sure.
holes are,
Mixed
and
with
it's got a
Cheerios.
good crunch,
Mm.
real good crunch. It's Cheerio Oat Crunch.
Are
That's
the
an A right
Cheerios
there.
flavored in any way in that one, or is it just regular Cheerios?
No, they're not regular. It's flavored.
Okay,
It's different. It's
gotcha.
different like wheats or different like. It's flavored. It's
Okay.
not standard Cheerios.
On the Cheerios topic, I have had frosted Cheerios.
You want to rank the frosted? Where
Sure,
I saw the
I could
frosted.
rank that.
Let me try to find them real quick. Where are the
How about
frosted?
we knock out all the Cheerios here?
Okay, here are the frosted. Here are the
Okay.
frosted. Where do you want to put the frosted? I really like
I
the
quite
frosted.
enjoy frosted Cheerios. Yeah,
Say top
quite
of
good.
B maybe.
Sure, I'm cool with that. I was gonna go bottom
I
of
think
A
they're good.
even.
I mean, I have the oats. I just put the oats in A. I think those are pretty good. I know you haven't had them. We can
Okay.
put bottom A.
Okay, yeah,
That's
go
fine.
bottom A.
Trying to find the regular ones. Oh, here they are. Regular Cheerios, the classic.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I would agree with you. This is the best of the bland cereal, right?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
I top of B. This is
Top
a top
B.
of B.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
Cheerio, just a classic good cereal. You know what? My grandma used to cut up some bananas, put it in my cereal, maybe a teaspoon of sugar, put some milk. Come on, that's a grandma cereal right there. So
That's
good.
Grandma cereal right there. That's
Yeah,
you put some effort into that cereal.
She
You know
put
what I
she
mean?
put effort
Yeah,
into it.
yeah, like
Yeah,
only a grandma could. Yeah.
I know. And then here is a classic, an all timer, the Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay, S tier. We're agreeing
S
with
tier,
this, right?
dude.
Top of S tier. It's
Better
gotta
than
be. I
Count
mean,
Chocula. Come on.
this is my go-to cereal. If I want some cereal, Honey Nut Cheerios.
We've
all
talked
day.
about this. Desert Island. You go with this one.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Is much, even though it's not, it might not be the best tasting, and we'll get to another one. I think there is a better cereal, but that cereal I can't eat all the time.
Sure.
This is an all the time.
You could just serve bowls after bowls of Honey Nut
Yeah,
Cheerios and just
for
last
sure.
on this forever. 100%. I'm with you.
Is there any other Cheerios you necessarily want?
No, I don't think I've
Any other
had any of the
flavors?
others, if
Okay.
I'm being honest. So,
What would be next then? Cocoa Pebbles.
mm.
Cocoa Pebbles, another classic.
Mm.
My only issue with both of the Pebbles,
Yeah,
is they're so small. I know you're not much into milk. They get mushy real quick. So Cocoa Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles
that
could
sounds
eat real
disgusting.
quick,
Yeah.
but they taste really good.
Yeah. No, I like these quite a bit as well. They are small. You gotta kind of, figure out how to get them all in the mouth without them falling over. You know
Yeah,
what I
just
mean?
you gotta shove them.
You know, I do the oh,
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Quite good though. I do like these. I would
They're
go
good.
B, somewhere in B. You know?
Where do you want it to be? Where are they
Go-
better
go
than
m-
Cheerios for cocoa?
No. The Cheerios is top of B.
Yeah.
Let's go right under that.
Okay. Better than honeycomb?
Not better than honeycomb. I would go
I like
under that as
honeycomb
well.
better. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
It'd be above Wheaties. Above Wheaties.
Sure, cool with that.
What about Fruity Pebbles then?
Love me some Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles are better than Cocoa Pebbles.
100%. I'm with you. You ever make these into Rice Krispie treats?
No.
Fruity Pebbles?
Do Rice Krispie
Very
treats,
good.
though.
Very
regular
good.
ones.
Yeah. I would go A with Fruity Pebbles.
Okay. Are they better than Frosted Cheerios?
I think so.
Are they better than my Oats Crunch? I don't think
That's
so,
a question
but
for you. Okay, we can
I
put it
don't
right
think so.
below that. That's fine with me.
The Oats Crunch lasts better in the milk, and
Sure.
having just that crunch factor is really good.
You need
Really,
it.
really good.
Gotcha.
You need it. Now here is a classic one from our childhood.
Hit me.
Are you cuckoo?
Ooh, for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
You cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs. I don't know where you're going with this, but I'm going S tier here. With
Yeah,
Cocoa
I'm gonna
Puffs.
try to find the box now.
Yeah, good luck. You can tell by the weird pedo bird that's on the cover there. He's a freaky motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the stupid. I can't.
While we're on the topic, who's your favorite cereal mascot?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Probably Tony the Tiger.
Tony Tiger, yeah, he's a cool
Tony's
one.
a classic.
He's a cool one. I might go with the Lucky Charms guy. Something
Lucky
about
Charms
him, yeah, running around. He's always. What are the kids are stealing the cereal from him, right? That's typically what's going on with the Lucky Charms guy.
Yes.
Okay,
I cannot find the
I guess
Cocoa Puffs. I
the
thought I
Trix
saw
guy is fucking annoying because it's always just like, get over yourself, okay?
Yeah.
You're a rabbit. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
eating cereal, you
He's
know?
a D. He's D. He's a D tier.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I can't find Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs on
It's
the
all right.
stupid list. Are you
We could
kidding me?
still rank it.
Okay. Yeah, I think I would put Cocoa Puffs at A. I'd honestly put it bottom A.
You go bottom
Personally.
A, really? I'd
Yeah.
go bottom S personally. I think Cocoa Puffs are really fucking good.
Yeah, I like them, but I like other cereals more. But okay, I mean, we could put it bottom of S.
We can go top of A. If you're a bottom A guy, meet in the middle there. Top of A,
sure.
yeah.
Here's an interesting one. Cookie Crisp.
Ooh,
You remember Cookie Crisp?
Those
little cookies.
the fucking guy, the wolf.
Yeah, the little wolf guy.
They tried to make that guy a thing. He was never a thing.
Yeah, this is never a cereal that I think was super popular.
Yeah, he never. It's got a weird taste to it, you know.
It does.
It doesn't taste like a chocolate chip cookie, you know. But like, it's still good. But I wouldn't describe it as like what they're going for exactly there.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a little different.
Yeah, this one will make you sick. You eat too many. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you ain't gonna feel good. You eat a whole thing of.
I think it's the top of C.
Crisp. Yeah, I'm down with that. It's a good cereal. Don't get me wrong, but it's not. There's something off about it, you know?
Yeah. Okay, we're getting into the crunch cereals now. We could do any of the ones you want to do. The only one I mean, there's the French toast crunch. I don't know if do you like that one. Have you even really had that one?
I don't think
too
I've
much?
had that. No.
Okay, it's okay. It's not as good as cinnamon toast crunch, baby. Number one.
Cinnamon toast crunch. Okay,
it's number one.
I'm down.
This is what I was referring to being number one.
Sure.
I think that this is the best cereal. But
I would personally go under Honey Nut Cheerio though.
Okay.
Because of what we said, where you could just eat Honey Nut Cheerios constantly.
Yes.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you can't.
I think CT Crunches taste better.
It does. It's I mean,
and it's got a better crunch factor.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch is pretty much a dessert. You know, like you eat that, you're done. You know,
you're done.
You're done. You're not going anywhere. Stay in for the night because you're not getting off the couch.
I thought this was a morning breakfast cereal.
No, it is not at all. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You might as well just be eating a whole chocolate cake every time you pour a bowl of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I have a 1-2 punch here.
Okay.
Ready? Raisin Bran, Raisin Bran Crunch.
Ooh, Raisin Bran Crunch, very good.
Yes, it is.
I
would say it's bottom of
Raisin
S.
Bran. I'm down with that. That's fine with me.
Raisin Bran Crunch.
I'm not
Raisin
even
Bran's
sure
a good
I've
cereal.
had regular Raisin Bran.
It's a good cereal.
Yeah, I'd imagine it's just Raisin Bran, but without the crunch.
I would put it at bottom of A, probably.
Yeah, I'm down with
regular
that.
Raisin Bran.
That's fine.
I think it's a good cereal. Here's one. Honey Smacks. You like Honey Smacks?
I don't think I've ever had Honey Smacks.
It's a frog.
Oh, I know the box. Like I know the frog now that you said that. I've never had this.
We don't have to rank it. Okay. Here's another 1-2 punch. Rice Krispies and Cocoa Krispies.
Ooh, okay. Now Rice Krispies.
I like Rice Krispies.
The bland, you know.
They're bland.
Again, another bland cereal. I wouldn't call it necessarily better than the other bland cereals.
Is it better than Wheaties?
That's a tough choice.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either. I would go under.
Better
Wheaties.
than Kix?
It's better.
I don't think so either.
You don't think so? I think it might be better than Kix.
Okay.
It's right around there. They are like the same thing. Interchangeable.
Is it better than
almost.
Cookie Crisp?
Yes.
Okay, so it'll be top of C then.
Okay, fine with that.
What do you feel about Cocoa Krispies?
Cocoa Krispies. I mean, much in the same way as Fruity Pebbles.
I think they're worse.
You know? You think they're worse?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down with that. Thing with Rice Krispies, where they hold the advantage, is you can make Rice Krispie treats out of those.
Yes, but then that's mostly just marshmallow that you want. You want crunchy 100%, marshmallow.
For sure. I want that marshmallow, but it's like they've created a whole side business here out of Rice Krispies, which you got to give them a little bump up for. I'd put them one above Fruity Pebbles just for that.
One above Fruity for Cocoa?
No, not Fruity. Above Cocoa Pebbles.
So you want it above Wheaties then?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll go above Wheaties. I don't know where you're putting it personally, but
I was putting it at C.
Mm-hmm.
We could put it above there. I think I like Wheaties more, but okay. Let's see. What do we have next? What about the basic cornflakes?
Ooh.
It's a classic.
It is a classic, yeah. Not bad either. Like again, another pretty bland one, but it's not in the same category as the other bland ones, you know?
For sure. I'll keep asking. Is it better than Wheaties?
Yeah, I think it's better than Wheaties.
Is it better
What's
than
right
Cocoa
above
Pebbles?
Wheaties? Is it better than Cocoa Pebbles?
I like them with Cocoa. I don't like Cocoa Pebbles. They're
Okay, we could put it one above Cocoa Pebbles.
better than Rice Krispies.
It's better than
I
Rice
like them better than
Krispies.
Rice
Yeah,
Krispies.
yeah.
It's not better than honeycomb.
Okay, fine with that.
Okay. What about another favorite of mine? Apple Jacks.
Ooh, you like
Love
Apple
me some
Jacks, huh?
Apple
Do you?
Jacks. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Love me some Apple Jacks.
Not my favorite, if I'm being honest.
Okay. Where would you say then?
I would go C for Apple Jacks. Like, Apple
Ooh,
Jacks
I
are
was gonna
good.
go top of B,
Top of
above
B.
Cheerios. That's what I was
I
gonna
can
say.
I can go there. I can fuck with
Okay.
that.
I think Apple Jacks are a nice cereal because it is another cereal you can kind of eat
Sure.
more regularly. It's not like super sweet. Okay, here we go. Frosted Flakes, baby.
Ooh, I mean, Frosted Flakes is S tier, right?
Yeah, it is. I would put it
100%.
above,
What do we have at the top right now? Honey Nut and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
and then Count Chocula, and then Raisin Bran Crunch, then Cocoa Pebbles.
I'll
Or
go.
Cocoa. I'm sorry, Cocoa Puffs.
I would go right above Count Chocula.
Oh yeah, that's exactly right. We're on the same level.
On the same
here.
page there. Yeah, I feel like the top tier cereal. You know what I mean? Like we're on the same page here.
The only problem with Frosted Flakes is you gotta eat them quick. It's another one that can get soggy.
It's too soggy. Okay, that's
Yeah.
why I don't fuck with the milk, man. I will literally pour a glass of milk and then pour a bowl of cereal and eat it with a spoon without any milk in
it. Here we go. Frosted Mini Wheats, baby.
Frosted Mini Wheats are fucking
great
good.
cereal.
Yeah. A lot going on there when you put that in your mouth, you know.
Super crunchy.
Yeah.
The right amount of sweet.
Just so much.
Not too
like
sweet.
Splits off in your mouth to different pieces, you know. Like it's a weird experience, you know.
It's very it's fibery.
So
yeah.
One of the 7 wonders people say, you know, is Frosted Mini Wheats.
Where would you put Frosted Mini Wheats? I say it's S.
I'm down with S. That's cool with me. These are very good. I like the blueberry one specifically.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Do you want me to rank that, or you just want to do these?
No, we could just do this. I mean, we're running out of time here, anyways. But yeah,
I would say better than Frosted Flakes. Not better than Honey Nut.
I gotta go below Frosted Flakes.
It's definitely better than Count Chocula.
I would say Count Chocula is still better, but I can go one below Frosted Flakes to meet in the middle.
Okay. We could do that. What about, where does it go? Here it is. Lucky Charms.
Ooh, Lucky Charm. Now,
it's a cereal I liked as a kid.
Sure.
Doesn't hold up.
Doesn't hold up as well. Yeah,
No.
I'm kind of with you. I mean, the thing about Lucky Charms is you just always want that bite of marshmallow as well, you know? And it's like when you don't get the bite of marshmallow and it's just all the regular cereal, you're disappointed. So you're almost fishing for marshmallow when you're with it. It's like a little game you got to play here. I would go B somewhere. Lucky Charms.
Okay. Where are we looking here? Rice Krispies.
It's better than Rice Krispies.
It is.
Yeah.
Honeycomb. I think I like honeycomb more.
Okay, I'm down. One below honeycomb. That's fine.
Okay. Let's try to get some other good ones here.
Can you one I want to bring up? Crave. Have you had Crave?
I see it. I have not actually had this.
Crave is very good. There's something like in the middle of Crave. It's almost
like chocolate, right?
Yeah, it almost feels like when you bite into like a jelly donut and you get a little surprise there. You're like, interesting. Something weird going on here. Very good cereal. I'll go A, especially with the chocolate Crave. Very good.
Okay.
The regular one's very good. What's top of A right now?
Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, then Oreos, and then Cheerio Oat Crunch, Fruity Pebbles.
I'll go right below Oreo. I think they're that good.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to find.
You were on Fruit Loops. You mentioned that right before.
Yes, Fruit Loops.
Okay.
Yes.
Fruit Loops.
Where would you
kind of
like
piss me off. Fuck Toucan Sam. You know, he's something off about him.
This is a nice cereal that I think it's better than Fruity Pebbles. I like them more than Fruity Pebbles, and I think it is a good cereal that you can kind of eat a little bit more.
Sure.
But I also like how we're ranking this. I don't like it better than Apple Jacks. But we have Fruity Pebbles above that.
This running into complications here, you know.
This is the MCU and review issue.
Yeah, man, it is an issue.
So I would put it at B below Apple Jacks.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Above Cheerios.
I'm fine with that.
That's kind of how the ranking,
Let's do 2 more.
Well, the 2 more that I wanted to do,
Okay.
see, we haven't even gotten to like Honey Bunches of Oats, which is
dude,
amazing,
so
or
many.
Life cereal,
So many.
or Kellogg's. Like we haven't even gotten to that. But the 2 I want to give you, which
Okay.
I don't see on here, which is insane that there's more that is on this that's not on this list. The 2 I want to give you, Captain Crunch and Captain Crunch with berries.
Ooh. Oops, all berries. How the fuck do you
Not
fuck
the
up that
Oops all
hard?
berries. Get out of here.
How
I
do
don't
you
want
fuck
no
up that
Oops all
hard? You know,
berries.
some guy pulled the wrong lever and he's like, "Fuck all berries, damn it."
Gotta sell them.
They're like, "Damn it, Rodney, stop fucking doing that."
I'm just gonna say it. Both those are S tier cereals.
What was the second Captain Crunch one you mentioned?
Captain Crunch.
Oh,
And Captain
just
Crunch
with the
berries.
berries. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly S tier with Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
It cuts your
We could
mouth
put a
like
bottom.
a motherfucker.
We could put a bottom.
You know what I mean? Like you might be dealing with some pain after you eat Captain Crunch, but it's worth it. Though. It's worth it.
Yeah. Bottom of S for that.
Much like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, you can't just constantly eat Captain Crunch. You know, you're gonna get sick. Something bad's gonna happen.
Really sweet.
There. Yeah, definitely. Where did you want to go?
I said bottom S. I like Raisin Bran Crunch more.
Okay, I'm cool with that. Yeah. I know a lot of people would say it's the best cereal, but I don't think
it's really good. And I also like the peanut butter one too.
Yeah. Oh, the peanut butter one's really good.
Yeah.
I fuck with Oops All Berries too, if I'm being honest. Like
it's probably pretty good.
Rodney can keep fucking up there. That's fine with me, honestly.
What about Captain Crunch with berries?
Yeah, I'm fine with S tier there too, honestly. I don't think they really differentiate themselves enough to like,
the berries.
The berries kind of they do add another flavor there. I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Do you like it more than
Raisin Bran Crunch?
Yeah.
Because I just think the berries just add a little bit.
Okay, I'm cool with that. That's cool with me. And that'll do it for our cereal tier list. You want to read off all the S tier we got?
Yeah. So we have Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Honey Nut Cheerios, Frosted Flakes, Frosted Mini Wheats, Count Chocula, Raisin Bran. Or I'm sorry. Then it would be Captain Crunch with berries. Then it would be Raisin Bran Crunch, Captain Crunch, Cocoa Puffs.
I think that's pretty good, Daniel. Like I think that's a solid list right there. You know what I mean? I'd present that to, if aliens came and invaded, like, hey, you want to know our best cereal? Yeah, it's like, here you go. We give them a box of each of these, It's like, okay, see how you like that before you try to kill us all,
Yeah, and there are even more that we haven't done. We haven't done the Reese's as well.
Reese's Puffs are good.
I know.
There's a lot of fucking cereal out there. That's the number one thing I think the aliens would be interested in. Is
they love cereal.
Yeah, it's like, wow, these guys really know their shit about cereal, Like if aliens invaded us and they're like, hey, we're going to enslave the human race, we give them all the cereal and we're just like, here you go. Like, leave us alone. You know what I mean? Or maybe they'd enslave us and just force us to make cereal,
Ooh. What's an alien
so
cereal?
good at it. I don't think we want to know.
Do they respect crunch?
That's a good. Do they have teeth? They would need teeth to crunch there. Do they even have taste buds? Are they even like sentient beings? It's like a Interstellar where they're just. I don't know what the fuck was going on in that movie. If I'm being honest.
Murph,
man, and Murph. That's going to do it for the Nerd Gods Podcast, episode 161. Thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to us over at youtube.com/nerdicgods. You can also find us available on all audio platforms. I wanted to give a shout out to Zembloke, who nominated us for something. I can't remember exactly what it was.
It's like Zembloke, if you're watching. YouTuber of the month.
YouTuber of the month on someone's channel, which is very cool. And we got a few new subscribers from there. So hello to you people. Hope you like cereal, because boy did we talk about it a lot. Daniel, anything else you want to say?
Hogwarts is a great game.
Okay.
People should play it.
Yep. Someone should play it. I dropped it. All right, that's gonna do it, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.